What is up, guys? Welcome back to yet another Scratch tutorial. Today I'll be continuing our platformer tutorials because I have not done anything about that for a really long time. So in this tutorial we're going to be talking about how to add in wall jumping in our platformer script. So right now you can see that our script works completely fine. If you have watched my previous part 1 and part 2 videos, you should have the exact same script as me, except that I just did a little more adjustments, and now I can actually control how high my player is jumping. So if I press slightly less, then it jumps lower, and then if I hold the up arrow key, it jumps higher. So I can do a tutorial on that if you want me to, but in this tutorial we're just going to be talking about wall jumping. So this should be fairly easy. We can get through it probably in just 2 minutes or so. So you want to go to your wall detection script, which is right here, because this is our script that doesn't allow us to go through a wall, right? So we collide with the wall. So right under here we're going to say if our up arrow key is pressed. So if we're walking this way and our up arrow key is pressed, then we want to wall jump, right? Then we're going to add in another if else loop in here, because if our xvel is larger than 0, so if we're going right, because if our xvel is larger than 0, it means that our player is going this way, then we want to set xvel to a negative value, so we kind of bounce back, right? So we're going to set our xvel to, let's say, negative 15. Else, which means that if xvel is less than 0, so we're going left, we want our player to bounce this way, right? So we're going to set xvel to 15. And we also want the player to kind of bounce up, right? So we also need to set our yvel to a larger value. So right on top here, we're going to set our yvel to our let's say 10 or something. Yay. And else here we're just going to set our xvel to 0. So if we try our script now, yay, we can now bounce on the walls. And wall jumping is important if you have any really big game, because it allows you to move around the entire level more flexibly, and you can therefore create larger levels because your player can be able to bounce up these walls, right? If you don't have wall jumping, you'll only be able to use bounce pads, which is also another option, and it's a one that I like to use. But that will be our wall jumping tutorial. I hope you enjoyed it. It was really quick. Like, subscribe, and stay tuned for more Scratch tutorials.